I'm Melody Hennesse. And what is your name?
Oh, John Hennessey.
And my background, initially I was a dental hygienist for 20 years. And then the last 30 years, a real estate broker. So bought and sold a lot of real estate properties, as well as owned a Century 21 company. And so now I buy and sell for us. And we owned an art center with a marina. So it's afforded us the ability, when we sold that property, to be able to chase our dreams.
My first career was an emergency and critical care physician at a trauma center for 25 years. But then I retired from that and moved to Florida and bought a boatyard, a marina, and a commercial fish house that had just closed down, and converted that into this art center that we're talking about. I mean, it had a fine art gallery and artist studios and Airbnb, ice cream bar, a craft beer bar, and it was actually a marina with, boat slips and stuff too. And then we built a restaurant next door. We've both been boaters pretty much all our life, and we've done quite a bit of traveling. And when we actually retired in March of 21 and decided to go RVing permanently. And then while we were doing that, we saw some of these ads for some of the commercial cruise ships around the world, like Royal Caribbean and Storylines, and we started investigating in that, and then we eventually ended up finding Villa Vie. So, but we cruised full time in our custom motorhome for a year and a half, and I pretty much got tired of driving and said, well, we've been traveling around the United States for the past couple of years. Let's travel around the world. Get on a cruise ship. We'd been motorhoming, RVing for a number of years, and we really enjoyed that, and joined a bunch of the RV clubs and stuff. We bought a nice custom motorhome. We customized it. It had a bar in it.
When we say we sold everything, we sold our fish house, art center, our marina, all of that property and our house, and bought a customized motorhome to live in. So, and we also sold our cars and motorcycles. We kept the golf cart and we kept the four-wheeler so we could play with those, while we were RVing. But other than that, we sold everything except for the restaurant.
A lot of all of that, I got tired of driving, got tired of breaking camp and setting up camp, and every few days, 3, 4, 5 days, we'd break up camp and travel someplace new. But it was wonderful. We traveled around the U.S. a couple of times, even down into Mexico and all the way up to Alaska, but there's repairs and maintenance and all that stuff. But now, on a cruise ship like this, a residential cruise ship, none of that. She hasn't cooked, cleaned, or done laundry in the last 3 years, and I no longer have a honey-do list.
Villa Vie came up. It was perfect timing. We're like, let's do it. And we were looking at the floor plan, and it had an owner's suite, and we're used to about 600 square feet, of living, and we saw the owner's suite, and it was like about 800. We're like, that's perfect. We called Mike and Kathy. He had just sold it that day. And we're like, he's like, but we could take 3 cabins for you, maybe make one, and you can design it like you want it. We're like, perfect. So here we are. And it fit what we wanted. Like, at the fireplace, for instance, we put an electronic fireplace in our cabin. And I love the ambiance in the morning of having a cup of coffee and watching the news, and then evenings for cocktails, It's just really cool. And we love the bar because we love to entertain. So we like our own custom bar, with everything in it. And we don't want to cook. We don't have an oven or a stove or a microwave. Would like to have a microwave, however, so I can pop popcorn. But other than that,
so
we're happy.
It's not a kitchen.
It's
a wet bar.
Refrigerator and a wine cooler is all we have, and a little tiny sink.
The exciting part is we got to basically design what we wanted.
And we're here every day to discuss it.
Whereas, like on the other residential ships, you had to choose between this or that, So we got to design what we wanted it to look like. The biggest challenge was we were kind of restricted by where the plumbing and electrical is located. But that was really the only challenge.
Yeah, because we wanted to make 2 bathrooms into 1 big bathroom, so making sure that the plumbing was just right. The electrical was a little challenging for the guys, but they figured it out. The TVs with surround sound, both in the living room and in the master bedroom. We have a tilt-a-bed, so we can sit up and watch TV if we want to. In the living room, the couch and the chair both recline. It's electric, so there's a little electric box that's under the couch, with electric, so you don't see it, so you can just push the button.
And we did all like vinyl flooring, the wood simulated vinyl flooring throughout, as opposed to doing carpet like most all the other rooms have.
Right. Which is 100% waterproof, and it'll be much easier to clean. And then, of course, in the bathrooms, we did my mermaid tile, which is kind of my theme, that I love mermaids. And
she is a mermaid.
So it turned out really cool.
One of the neat things about the 3 cabins was 2 of the cabins had their bathrooms basically back to back. So we just gutted those 2, and basically one of the original bathrooms became a shower, and the other one we expanded a little bit into the room and made a nice large master bathroom with a double vanity sink and a little makeup vanity for her as well.
Yeah.
You do the same thing we did. We took the 2 bathrooms that are back to back and make a nice bathroom.
So whoever's watching,
you got a master bedroom and you got a living room.
Yeah, whoever's watching this might want to inquire.
And you have to understand, this is our home for the rest of our life. I'm 77, she's 65. We're guaranteed a lifespan of we're guaranteed 15 years, but this ship will probably have a lifespan of 20 to 25 years.
You never know, so. And then, of course, the plan is for other ships, and we might sell this and do something else, but we plan on living on a ship for the rest of our lives.
And the best thing of all is we no longer have to go get on airplanes and go through security and checking, and we no longer have to pack and unpack.
Yeah, we spent the last 3 years packing and unpacking, and flying, of course, all around the world, and we are so looking forward to just the ship. We're going to see the world without having to pack and unpack, so we're excited about that. And we wake up every 3 or 4 days, and we have a new destination, a new backyard, so to speak. It's
a new view from our front porch,
which is 37 feet, by the way.
That's a big plus of taking the 3 cabins. We have a huge balcony.
We can have breakfast, we can have lunch, because we do have room service. On beautiful days, we can sit out, we can have cocktail parties because we have the bar, we can open up, we have 3 doors to open up to the balcony where we can have several people and enjoy parties and have fun. It has afforded us to be able to work with the team that's building our suite. Initially, we weren't here, and they're sending photos and saying, you're looking at your phone and saying, okay, how do we do this and how do you do that? And it was just so frustrating because a picture is hard to, design your house per se. So this has afforded us to be able to be here every day, all day, and work with the team to get things exactly like we want it.
And being here in Belfast, for the extended period of time, it allows us to go out and acquire the things we want for our cabin. And that's one of the benefits that almost all the other residents are getting here now that we're staying here. They're getting to go out and buy the things they want for their cabins. Just a little
knickknacks and things that you need, for your cabin. Nothing, that's what's exciting about being here as well. It's really neat to get to know your neighbors. I mean, we feel like we're kind of a big family now, because we know so many of the people that we're going to be spending time with. And the staff on board is amazing. They are so helpful and so kind, and the food is phenomenal. We've cruised around the world and eaten lots and lots of food, and this is right up there.
Yeah.
They are doing a fantastic job.
The food has been great.
Yeah, it really has.
And
some of our bucket list destinations, that we're going to cruise to, that's, we've had a list for many years of different places, that we want to go. And so that's going to be amazing because that's what we get to do and not have to pack and unpack again, just travel the world.
A new view from our balcony every few days.
Oh, destination points?
Mm-hmm.
You want to take that one?
Well, several of my bucket list things have been the Amazon and, going to Africa and doing safaris, but also the Galapagos, Machu Picchu. I want to go to the Seychelles and Mauritius and some of those desert islands and, like the South Pacific Islands. I want to go spend some time anchored in the middle of some coral atoll, thousands of miles from anywhere.
Yeah, and do some snorkeling. It's just, the waters are just beautiful there. We have been to the South Pacific, and it's amazing, but we didn't get to spend a lot of time, so we're looking forward to exploring that as well. Yeah, you really get to get out and explore versus 6 or 8 hours. Now you can get out, and if you want to stay longer, you can. You just catch up with the ship because you have your own residence, on the ship. That's the beauty. Another big selling point about doing this lifestyle. We have some now probably lifelong friends, which is really neat that this would have never happened, if we didn't have this opportunity. So we're excited.
We've always connected easily. There's no such thing as an enemy. We always get along.
Cocktail hour is always nice for socializing.
A lot of the programs aren't in full force yet, but we're looking forward to getting out and playing more pickleball and enjoying the pool more and some warmer weather.
And dancing in the evenings, that's nice, with live music. So it's, once we start sailing, then things will really come together. So there'll be so much more activity. Yeah, I would say to someone that's interested in maybe thinking about doing this lifestyle is don't sit back and wait, just do it. It's incredible. You make it your own home. You have your new friends and your old friends can come visit and spend time with you and family. So if you're thinking about this at all, just get out there and do it.
The ship has the friends and family program, and we've already had my son come visit. And,
I know.
And
even though we haven't sailed yet, he was here for a couple of weeks, which was fine, And one of our other residents now has her mom on board, So that's the beauty of friends and family, and then of course the new friends that we make as we travel.
Yeah, the thing that holds most people back is they feel that they're tied down, that they have anchors and that they can't pull up, and they can be pulled up
because their family will want to come visit, because it's such a fun lifestyle, and they'll really enjoy it.
There's situations where they have illnesses in the family and stuff that I understand keeps people from doing stuff like this, but
they can do it part-time as well, so it doesn't have to be full-time.
Yeah, you don't have to be here full-time,
especially with the segments that have been offered and that are still being offered, and or even a residence, and if you don't use it, you can rent it. So there's lots of options, so just do it like Nike says.